Hi,
and welcome to Purdue University's Cultural Centers video tour.
did you know Purdue has 5 cultural centers on the West Lafayette campus?
The Asian American and Asian Resource and Cultural Center,
the Latino Cultural Center,
the Native American Educational and Cultural Center,
The Black Cultural Center,
and the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Center.
All of the centers provide a welcoming environment
for everyone in the Purdue community
to connect, discover, and experience
the incredibly rich diversity on our campus.
So, let's take a quick tour and see what each center has to offer.
Welcome to the Asian American and Asian Resource and Cultural Center, also known as the ARC for short. The ARC was founded in spring 2015 as a result of more than a decade-long activism by Purdue students supported by faculty and staff. The first floor features a lounge, the central gathering place where students can relax, hang out, participate in events, and discover the diversity of the Asian and Asian American communities on campus.
So Purdue University is home to more than 10,000 Asian American and Asian international students. The ARC's mission is to weave the diverse experiences of Asian American and Asian international communities into the fabric of Purdue's campus life.
The center features a growing library of books, movies, and games for checkout. It also features spaces for student organizations to hold meetings. You can get a coffee or grab a snack from the kitchen before heading upstairs to study in the university-supported computer lab. The ARC holds speaker and conversation series events throughout the year that examines various Asian and Asian American identities and diversity. The center also invites Purdue's campus to cultural programming to engage the rich Asian cultural heritage, arts, performances, ceremonies, and celebrations. In many ways, the Asian American and Asian Resource and Cultural Center is a home away from home for the growing Asian population on campus. But more importantly, it's a place for everyone. We invite you to stop in and check it out.
Todos son bienvenidos, which in English means all are welcome. Not only is that a motto at the Latino Cultural Center, but a guiding principle. As soon as you walk into the Vibrant Center, you will feel that you belong. The LCC serves as a hub for Latinx activities on campus, and a lot of it happens here, in the Marisela Alvarado Lounge on the first floor, where students connect with each other through meaningful conversations about Latinx culture and more.
The Latino Cultural Center was founded in 2003. We have been recognized as a national model for Latino Cultural Centers. We are only one of 2 Latino Cultural Centers in the state of Indiana.
With over 1,000 texts in its collection, the library provides a significant educational resource for Latinx history and culture. You can reserve time in the fully equipped conference room, take advantage of the kitchen facilities for an event, or finish up a paper on the second floor in the university-supported computer lab. The Latino Cultural Center is much more than a building. It's a place to celebrate Latinx culture, a place to find familia, and a place for everyone. Stop by to see what the LCC has to offer.
Bozio, Aye, Aloha, and Yat-e. This is just a small sample of greetings from the 65+ indigenous nations represented on Purdue's campus. At the Native American Educational and Cultural Center, your heritage has a home. And you immediately feel that sentiment as you enter the lounge area, where students socialize, gather for meetings, and share experiences surrounded by historical and contemporary artwork representing a variety of indigenous communities.
The NAECC provides a safe and inclusive learning environment for Purdue students, faculty, and staff to engage in meaningful conversations regarding Native American, Alaska Native, and Native Hawaiian people. We proudly serve the campus community in providing a variety of programs and services throughout the year, and one of our signature programs is the Sloan Indigenous Graduate Partnership Program. This is designed to bring Native American, Alaska Native, and Native Hawaiian students who are pursuing a master's or PhD in a STEM discipline.
You can discuss tribal nations in the multi-purpose room, grab a coffee from the kitchen, or hold a meeting in the fully equipped conference room. More educational opportunities can be found on the second floor library and university-supported computer lab. The Native American Educational Cultural Center is not only a home to Purdue's intertribal communities, but a place for everyone to explore. Please visit us to learn more about the many indigenous cultures that are a part of Purdue's rich diversity.
Founded in a period of Black student activism in the late 1960s, the Black Cultural Center is the most senior of the campus's cultural centers. The first on campus to be designed by an African-American architectural firm, this 18,000 square foot facility, built in 1999, emulates the layout of a traditional African village with a grand circle at the building center. The spirit and richness of the African American culture can be seen in the artwork, artifacts, and even the receptionist desk on the first floor.
It's actually shaped in the design of the hull of a ship. And the ship has significant historical context for African Americans in that many enslaved Africans were transported from West Africa to the United States in the hull of a ship. One of our hallmark programs is what I call the heartbeat of the Black Cultural Center, which is our performing arts ensembles.
The ensemble groups rehearse and perform in the Antonio and Betty Zamora studio on the first floor. Also on the first floor are a formal lounge and an exhibit hall, which often features student-created work. On the second floor, you'll find an expansive library with over 7,000 books, a large study space, and a university-supported computer lab. For over 50 years, the Black Cultural Center has provided a sense of belonging. We promote academic excellence, cultural pride, and a feeling of home for many students. The center has strengthened the understanding of the African American heritage for the entire campus. We invite all of the Purdue community to visit the BCC.
Purdue is ranked nationally in the top 20 for LGBTQ-friendly schools and #1 in the state of Indiana. And a big reason for that is Purdue's Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Center. As you enter, you're welcomed by a large study space and multi-purpose room, where every Friday during the academic year, the center hosts Fabulous Fridays. The LGBTQ Center is a dedicated safe zone that provides an inclusive and affirming location on campus for all.
One of the signature programs of the LGBTQ Center are the trainings and workshops that we do. You may know them as Safe Zone or Trans Inclusion Training. These are opportunities for the entire campus community. Global education is critical, and we try and emphasize the understanding of LGBTQ lives and histories through a global window. And so we take students on a 6-week, 6-credit-hour study abroad opportunity.
Off the main lounge, you'll find meeting rooms and a university-supported computer lab. The center also maintains an extensive library and displays a collection of original artwork and artifacts that communicates an all too often hidden history. With over 9,000 visits a year, the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Center has become a popular destination not only for the LGBTQ community, but for the entire Purdue campus. The LGBTQ Center is here to support and help you. Please visit us today.
Thank you for taking Purdue University's Cultural Centers video tour.
While we did our best to show you
what makes each center a fantastic campus destination to explore,
We've only briefly touched upon the incredible resources
And opportunities you'll find at
the Asian American and Asian Resource and Cultural Center,
The Latino Cultural Center,
the Native American Educational and Cultural Center,
the Black Cultural Center,
and the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Center.
So please take that small step
Into our cultural centers.
and start your giant leap
into the rich cultural diversity
that exists at Purdue University.
Boiler up!